Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk Easy English Conversations for Life. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jamie. So glad you're here with us today.
Today's topic is one that sounds simple, but is actually really powerful.
Yes, we're talking about mindfulness. Oh, wait, not just the usual stuff?
Exactly. We'll explore the unexpected benefits of mindfulness, the ones you might not know about.
And of course, we'll explain useful vocabulary and expressions along the way. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in.
So, when most people think about mindfulness, they immediately picture someone meditating, trying to calm their mind, right?
Yeah, eyes closed, deep breathing, maybe some incense in the background. But it turns out it's not just about your mind.
Exactly. One of the biggest surprises is how much mindfulness affects your physical health. And I mean in ways that people don't usually expect.
Okay, let's start with digestion. Have you ever eaten dinner while watching television or scrolling on your phone and suddenly your plate is empty?
All the time I look down and think, wait, did I even chew that?
Exactly. That's mindless eating, eating without paying attention. And that leads to indigestion, overeating, and not enjoying your food.
But when you practice mindful eating, you eat slower. You notice flavors and textures, and your body starts to digest better.
ESL tip: textures means how something feels in your mouth, like crunchy, soft, or creamy.
Right? And there's even research showing that mindful eaters tend to absorb nutrients better and have fewer stomach problems.
And it's not just your stomach. Mindfulness actually impacts your immune system too.
Now that is surprising. How does paying attention help your body fight off colds?
Great question. When you're stressed, your body produces something called cortisol. Too much cortisol weakens your immune response.
So if you lower your stress through mindfulness, your immune system can do its job better.
Exactly. That means fewer colds, faster healing, and even better responses to vaccines.
ESL tip: immune system is your body's defense team. It protects you from viruses and bacteria.
And now, maybe the best benefit of all: sleep. Mindfulness is like magic when it comes to helping you sleep.
Oh, totally. I used to lie in bed thinking about everything I didn't do, everything I had to do, ... It was exhausting.
Me too. But now I just do 5 minutes of mindful breathing before bed. And it's like my brain finally says, okay, let's rest.
One technique is called body scanning. You focus your attention on different parts of your body, slowly from head to toe.
It helps you release tension and makes you feel safe, which is what your brain needs to fall asleep.
So let's recap. Mindfulness helps with digestion, boosts the immune system, and improves sleep. And we've only just begun.
And the best part? You don't need fancy tools. It's just your breath and a few minutes of awareness.
Mindfulness isn't about being perfect. It's about noticing the moment and giving your body and mind a little kindness.
Love that. It's like pressing a reset button on your health.
All right, so we talked about how mindfulness helps your body. But what about your emotions?
This is where it gets really powerful. I used to think mindfulness was just don't be stressed, but it's so much deeper.
Same. Mindfulness actually helps you understand what you're feeling before your emotions control you.
Exactly. Have you ever felt angry but didn't really know why?
Totally. It's like your brain is yelling, but you can't hear the words.
Mindfulness helps you pause and go, I'm feeling frustrated, maybe because I skipped lunch.
ESL tip: frustrated means feeling upset because something isn't working the way you want.
Once you notice it, you can deal with it better without snapping at people or making bad decisions.
That's emotional intelligence, right? Being able to recognize and manage your feelings.
Yes, and studies show that people who practice mindfulness regularly have better emotional control.
And that makes you better in relationships with family, friends, even coworkers.
Speaking of work, mindfulness has some serious productivity benefits too.
Really? I thought being more productive was about working faster.
That's what I thought too. But mindfulness is about working smarter.
ESL tip: productive means getting a lot done. But working smart means doing the right things at the right time.
When you're mindful, you're not jumping between 10 tasks at once. If you focus on one thing, finish it well, then move on.
And that helps your brain stay calm, which means fewer mistakes and better quality work.
Plus, it saves energy. You don't waste mental energy switching back and forth.
That reminds me, mindfulness also helps with decision-making, right?
Oh yes, when you're mindful, you're less reactive and more reflective. You think things through instead of rushing.
Which is so important in today's fast-paced world. Sometimes slowing down is the smartest thing you can do.
Totally agree. And the cool part is, mindfulness doesn't take hours. Even 2 to 5 minutes a few times a day makes a difference.
Just like brushing your teeth, a small habit, big long-term effect.
That's a great comparison. Mindfulness is like brushing your mind.
So let's summarize this part. Mindfulness helps you recognize emotions, manage them better, and boosts your focus and productivity.
Yep, it makes you calmer, more clear-headed, and more intentional instead of just reacting to life. Orth.
All right, so we talked about how mindfulness helps your body. But what about your emotions?
This is where it gets really powerful. I used to think mindfulness was just don't be stressed. But it's so much deeper.
Same. Mindfulness actually helps you understand what you're feeling before your emotions control you.
Exactly. Have you ever felt angry but didn't really know why?
Totally. It's like your brain is yelling, but you can't hear the words.
Mindfulness helps you pause and go, I'm feeling frustrated. Maybe because I skipped lunch.
ESL tip. Frustrated means feeling upset because something isn't working the way you want.
Once you name the feeling, it loses some of its power. You're not just reacting, you're choosing how to respond.
I remember this one day, I snapped at my coworker over something tiny. Later, I realized I was just overwhelmed with emails.
That's such a great example. Mindfulness lets you slow down before you explode.
It's like giving your brain a traffic light. Red equals stop and breathe. Yellow equals think. Green equals act wisely.
Love that metaphor. And when you apply this to relationships, it's a game changer.
Yeah, even just saying I feel sad or I'm tired instead of lashing out. It builds understanding.
ESL tip, lash out means to suddenly get angry at someone.
Emotional awareness makes you a better partner, parent, friend, team member. Basically, a better human.
And it's not about being perfect. It's about being aware. That's the key.
Now, switching gears a bit, let's talk productivity. I feel like this is where mindfulness really shocked me.
Totally. I used to multitask like crazy, eating lunch while replying to emails and checking my calendar.
Yeah, and I thought that was efficient, but I'd end up tired and feeling like I got nothing done.
Mindfulness taught me the opposite. Slow down to go faster. One task at a time.
It's weird, but it works. I now schedule focus blocks where I do just one thing for 25 minutes. No phone, no tabs.
That's the Pomodoro technique, right? Super popular and backed by science.
ESL tip, backed by science, means it's supported by research and studies.
Mindfulness improves attention span. That's how long you can stay focused on something.
And attention span is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets.
Plus, when you're more focused, you feel more accomplished. That's a big confidence booster.
There's also this thing called decision fatigue. It's when your brain gets tired of making choices all day.
Yes, and mindfulness helps reduce that.
Yes.
You become more intentional and less impulsive.
Impulsive means doing things quickly without thinking. Mindfulness gives you space to think.
So, in short, mindfulness makes you more emotionally stable and more productive. It's pretty amazing.
And the best part? You don't need to meditate for an hour. You can start with 1 to 2 minutes.
Try a mindful coffee moment where you just drink your coffee slowly and pay attention to the smell and taste.
Or do a 3-breath pause before sending a stressful email. Just 3 slow breaths.
Little things, big changes. That's the mindfulness magic.
So we've talked about how mindfulness helps your emotions and boosts productivity. But let's be real, a lot of people still have the wrong idea about it.
Oh, absolutely. I used to think mindfulness meant sitting cross-legged in silence for hours.
Same here. But actually, mindfulness isn't about being spiritual or religious. It's just about being present.
ESL tip: being present means fully paying attention to what's happening right now.
One big myth is that you have to clear your mind, like no thoughts allowed.
Yeah, and that's just impossible. Our brains are made to think. Mindfulness is noticing your thoughts, not deleting them.
It's like watching cars go by on a road. You don't have to jump into each car. Just watch.
That's a great metaphor. Another myth: people think you have to meditate for a long time.
But actually, studies show just 5 to 10 minutes a day can change your brain. Literally.
ESL tip literally means something is true in a real, exact way.
There's also the idea that mindfulness is only for calm people. Like, oh, I'm too hyper for that.
I used to say that. But actually, if you're always busy or anxious, mindfulness helps even more.
Mindfulness isn't about changing who you are. It's about noticing what's going on inside and out.
And you don't need incense, candles, or fancy music. You can be mindful while washing dishes.
ESL tip: fancy means expensive or extra things that are not necessary.
Even brushing your teeth can be mindful if you're really paying attention.
So if you're listening to this and thinking this sounds too hard for me, don't worry.
Start small, like set a timer for 1 minute. Just breathe. Feel the air in, feel the air out. That's it.
Or do a mindful walk. No phone, just notice your steps and sounds around you.
You'll probably notice things you never noticed before, like birds, singing, or the feeling of the breeze.
And you don't have to be perfect. Your mind will wander. That's okay. Just gently bring it back.
It's called practice for a reason. You don't have to be good at it, you just keep doing it.
And you'll be amazed at the little shifts. Less snapping, more patience, better sleep.
All from just paying attention. Pretty wild, huh?
I think the final thing we want to say is this: mindfulness isn't a goal, it's a way of living.
Yes, you don't win at mindfulness. Just keep showing up.
And even one mindful breath a day makes a difference. You're already doing enough.
So whether you're washing dishes, walking, or just breathing, you've already started. Keep going.
Thanks for joining us on Quick Talk English.
And remember, you don't need to be perfect. Just be present. See you next time.
So, what did we learn today? Mindfulness isn't magic, but it does work even in small moments.
And you don't need hours of meditation. It's just one mindful breath. Or paying attention while brushing your teeth.
And remember, it's not about being perfect. Your mind will wander. That's normal.
Just gently bring it back, again and again. That's the practice.
So next time you're feeling stressed or distracted, try it. Just stop, breathe, and notice.
And that's a great way to practice your English too, by being present in what you hear and say.
Thanks for joining us today on Quick Talk English.
If you liked this episode, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend.
And until next time, stay curious, stay mindful, and keep learning.
Bye for now.